what's up, party people? What's happening? What's happening? This is Daysu at Daysu Photography, and I'm just here editing right now. This party that I did, a 60th birthday party. It was at a ballroom, Jubilee Ballroom, I believe it was, right over there by Chow Time for people that know Pembroke area, right off Flamingo. And when I tell you this was a beautiful event, they did a burlesque type theme. And what happened was, you know, everybody came out in the burlesque, back in the roaring 20s type theme. It was just beautiful. I mean, I love the way I lit this whole situation. There was two backdrops that was set up there for me to shoot on, and I went ahead and did my thing. The birthday girl pretty much enjoyed herself. She had a good time. It seems like most of her friends was there. Most of her close friends was there. Her family, of course, was there. And they partied. They had a good time. The lady that hired me, Prince Anna, she's the one that did the decorations and stuff. And she did an amazing job. You know, as you can see, everybody came out in full fare and just had a good time. I did a little something different with shooting, right? I usually shoot with strobes in the back to light up the room. And what I'm thinking is that when I got there and I started taking a couple test shots, I noticed that the pictures were coming so overexposed. So I was like, you know what? I'm not really going to utilize the strobes in the room. I usually put strobes in the corners of the room to light up the situation because I don't like the background to be dark. So I kind of toned down the strobes that I had there because the wall was white, the floor was white, they had white curtains draped around and everything, and I was getting a lot of fill light, I was getting a lot of bounce. So everything was becoming so overexposed that I was like, no, this is not going to look even, it's not going to look good. So actually what I did was I turned the strobes down that was in the room, and my flash that was on my camera, I turned that all the way down to a 16th of a second. For y'all photographers that know, that's very, very low. One good thing about it, you could rapid flash, you could boom, you could hit it, you know, because it don't take much time to recharge when you're shooting so low. And what I did was bumped up my ISO. I think I was anywhere between 1,000 and 1,200. And the good thing about that, I was getting a lot of the ambient light in the background. Like you could see like the blue lights that they had streaming up the curtains. It was able to get the candles that at the tables and stuff like that. And everything came out so evenly. And it was just so beautiful. I was very impressed with this. I was very impressed with what I was getting. That I mean, it wasn't a lot of people there, but I tend to find myself shooting a lot of the people a lot, and I think they was getting kind of, you know, agitated with me because, you know, when you're shooting small crowds and you at a party and it's not that many people, you tend to shoot over and over the same people over and over because I have to get my quota. I have to get a quota of 200 because what I do with my packages is I put a book together with 200 pictures in that book, and I need to get to at least maybe 300, 400, so I could pick and choose the best of the best to put in the book, so I wouldn't have much of a problem putting the book together. So I mean, it was like, okay, when they started the Soul Train line, I was really excited because I knew I was going to get some good shots there, and it was a lot of opportunities to get and capture some good images. You know, one thing I don't like is when I'm at a party and I'm shooting and nothing is happening. Everybody is just sitting there, and you know, you can't really just shoot the same people over and over, and they just, well, you just came around here and shot me, you know, like 2 minutes ago. But once you have things going like speeches and toasts and dances and mimes, you know, those church mime people that do I forgot what you call it, but you know, when they do things like that and you have different things on the itinerary, then I have a lot of opportunity to shoot. And it's not just stagnant, you know. So having something that's going on at the party is a beautiful thing for me because I have an opportunity to shoot a lot of different images and capture a lot of different things that's going on, you know. So the Soul Train line was just amazing. It was so hilarious, and it's good to see family have a good time. I mean, that's very important, you know, for the soul. And it really gets me somewhat caught up in the images and the event to where I'm not really focused on capturing. I'm just enjoying it just like them. So I have to try and separate myself from that, because sometimes I get caught up in the whole event and I start missing stuff because I'm not there as a photographer. I'm there as just a party goer, and you have to be kind of mindful of that, not to get too caught up. But everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody was taking opportunities to take pictures, and towards the end, I think it was the drinks and everything, but everybody started loosening up and wasn't too agitated about me, asking for a shot or getting this shot. And the thing about when you're shooting, as a photographer shooting these parties, you have to get in and out. You don't want to take up too much of the time of the person. If they're standing there talking to someone, they're engaged in a conversation or something that's going on, you want to get in and say, hey, let me get this shot, bam, and leave, so they can get back to what they were doing. You don't want to, let me get this shot, and then you want to move them and set them and do that. No, you don't want to do that, because it's taken away from what they're there for, is to have a good time, not to really take pictures. You're there to capture the pictures, not really, take over what it is they're doing. So if someone is talking or they're engaged, it might be someone that they haven't seen in a long time and they're catching up on something. You don't want to interrupt too much. You don't want to take too much away from that. So you get in, let me get the shot, boom, and that's it. You move, keep it moving, start circulating around the room, So, that's pretty much what it was. And, I hope y'all like these images. I was very pleased with it, and I dropped the book off, and it seemed like they were very pleased with it. So, it was another success for Daysu Photography. All right. So, till the next time, y'all be safe.